welcome back to my channel. I'm Ghastly and this is a Sims 4 holiday speed build. If you are just joining us, then thank you so much for hanging out. Be sure to check out my previous 2 holiday speed builds on my channel. They are kind of more, I guess you would say that they're more of like a family home, where this one I wanted it to be kind of weird and kitschy and like an Airbnb type thing. So I do have it set as a rental property. You can always go in and change that if you actually would like to have a family live in a snowman shaped house. You can absolutely do that, but I thought that this build really lends itself well to being kind of like a weird kooky rental property, so I went with that. And yeah, the interior I think is a lot more rental property too than actually somewhere where somebody would live. I have like a karaoke machine and stuff you'll see in here, so yeah. I mean, maybe, so, you know, some people might have that in their house, but it just feels a little bit more rental property to me. And I thought, you know, why not? Because it is such a unique build that I thought that that would be a good way to make use of it. So as you can see, and I think I've already given away I give my own spoilers here because I'm an airhead, but yeah, as you can see, I decided to make a snowman shaped house. And there are you know, I've seen people do like Christmas trees and all kinds of other things, but I thought, you know, nobody's really done a snowman, and why not? Because snowmen are so fun and cute, and we actually do have the snowman decorations that we can put out in the yard, and we actually did go ahead and add some of those in. And yeah, we have plenty of stuff to make a snowman shaped house, so why not? And my cats agree too, apparently. Sorry about that. So in order to do the snowman decoration on top of the house, I actually just used different floor tiles. I believe the white ones are like a linoleum that I used, and then the blue and black are actually carpet. So if that was the real world, that might get a little stinky after a while, but thankfully I don't think that they have smell-o-vision in The Sims, so I think we'll be okay. You could, of course, use actually, I think I did. Now that I say that, I did actually go back in and make the hat black with a wooden floor tile, so that it just made it a little bit darker than the carpet was. So only the actual scarf will stink, I think. And I'm rhyming here. Oh man. I do want to apologize if I'm a little bit goofier than usual, which I know is saying a lot because I'm always goofy. That's just how I be. Or if my voice sounds pretty bad, I have been a little bit under the weather today, so just trying to take it easy. But I did want to go ahead and get the snowman build out for Christmas Eve because it's a snowman, so what better day to do it than on Christmas Eve? And of course, speaking of holidays like Christmas, I do want to say happy holidays, whatever your holiday of choice may be, whether that's, you know, Christmas or Yule or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever your personal holiday of choice is. I hope you are enjoying it to the fullest. Of course, you know, I know that's difficult this year, but, you know, within our ability to do so this year, I hope you are having a happy holiday season. When it came to doing the bedrooms in this house, I really wanted to do something where it was like a parent's bedroom and then a kid's bedroom with 2 single beds. So, of course, if you want to, you can switch that out to single beds in both rooms, so you can get more beds in it and have kind of like a snowman party spot. I don't know. Or you can just do the family house, or you can even, I think it would be pretty easy to add a toddler bed in here also if you have toddlers. Or I probably wouldn't, can you even take babies with you if you're, I don't think you can take babies with you if you're on vacation, can you? I need to check that out. Now I'm curious. I don't think I've ever tried. It's like, okay, vacation, bye baby. No, I don't think I've ever gone on a vacation while one of my Sims had a baby, but if they're a toddler, it should be pretty easy to get them to fit into this house. And of course, you can add in all the stuff like the high chair, whatever. But for now, I just have it like a parent and 2 children-aged children. So yeah, children-aged children. You know what I mean. A child-aged room, pretty much. So yeah, I did add in bathrooms for both of the bedrooms, and then there's also a bathroom up at the front of the house also. So that's kind of for any, if you have any visitors come in or anything, or have extras at the house, they can use that bathroom without having to go back into any of the bedrooms. As with my other two holiday builds, this house is pretty much free of custom content. There is one thing that I used because I totally flaked and forgot to remove custom content from my inventory options, so I just grabbed something and wasn't even thinking about it. So yeah, I'm a flake, I'm sorry. But it is just a little it's a teddy bear that I use in the kids' bathrooms, so it's totally something that is not going to really change that much, and you can totally just add in one of the in-game bears, or like one of the bears that you actually get with the Sims games. Totally fine. Will not really change much at all. So yeah, sorry about that, but for the most part it is completely things that you have. I think once again I used all of the packs. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it's all stuff that you will have if you have all of the expansion packs. As with all of my previous builds, this house will be available on the Origin Gallery. I will leave my gallery ID in the description below, and you can just pop that into the search bar and you should be able to pick that up with no problem. There were a few issues with a couple of my previous builds. People were having a little bit of issues finding it, but I believe that was related to custom content, and that has not been an issue with any of my newer houses that do not have the custom content. But of course, if you have any issues, feel free to shoot me a message on any of my social media accounts, and I will be happy to try to help you figure that out. I really wanted to keep the kids' bedroom as gender neutral as possible because it is a rental property, and I wanted to make sure that no matter what family was there, the kids would feel comfortable in the room and really enjoy their time there. So I really tried to get a mix of things that different gender children would enjoy and kind of different age groups too. So, within the broad spectrum of children, there is a little something for everyone. And of course, I had to get my pipe in there somewhere because there's just something about that piping. I love it. Might be a little weird for a kid's bedroom, but whatever, it works for me. And speaking of weird, the laundry might be a little strange in the kids' bathroom as well, but it's really the only place that it really worked. So you can totally move that around if you decide you want to download this property. But yeah, I think it really, there's no other place where it would make sense and not be kind of in the way. That was the only little area that really screamed like laundry for me. And yeah, that is the teddy bear. That is the only custom content in this house. So like I said, you can totally go without it if you want, and you can actually just remove the laundry. You don't really need laundry facilities in a rental house, but I figured it was kind of nice to have it kind of tucked away somewhere. I went through a few different ideas when it came to the master bedroom in this property. It was kind of hard to figure out what exactly goes into a master bedroom at a rental property. There are some things that you just aren't going to need and some things that you are, but of course, with this being The Sims instead of real life, there are a few things that kind of I put a laptop in here, which usually I don't think that a rental property is going to be leaving a laptop out for guests to use, but it's The Sims and laptops definitely come in handy. So yeah, I went ahead and put one out there. I didn't want to add too much Christmassy type stuff because I really wanted it to be kind of like a holiday neutral type thing. So I only added a few little Christmassy things like the candles there, and I think there's candles in another area. But for the most part, I really wanted it to be like up to the family staying there to add their own decorations. And of course, the snowman, but that's not really, it's not like on any particular holiday. It's just like a winter friend type thing. The snowman is very not holiday specific. So yeah. Of course, if you just wanted a snowman shaped house without it being obvious that it's a snowman, you could always just put a regular roof on the top of this build and just treat it like any other kind of house that just happens to be shaped like a snowman if you look at it from the top. But if you're just playing it from the inside of the build, I mean, it would be a little difficult to figure out that it's a snowman. I don't know. Just kind of a weird octagonal build. And yes, I did use the carpet from Snowy Escape one more time. So if you saw the winter house build, I used that carpet so much it was ridiculous. That carpet just belonged so many places in that build. And of course the ski thing, the coat rack there with the skis, that is also from Snowy Escape, but I don't think I've used that one before, so that was kind of a fun one to add into this build. It just really tied in that wall. And I love the little cat pictures there, the cats and dogs. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know. I just don't, like, things get past me really easily. I guess that's a bonus of having the attention span of a goldfish sometimes. Like, I've been playing Sims 4 pretty much since it came out, and there are still things that I see and I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? So, yeah. So instead of making this room like a traditional living room, I wanted to make it more of kind of a game room. So it's like a hangout spot instead of a living room. And it still would function just fine as a living room. It's just a pretty OP living room, I guess. It has all kinds of fun gaming stuff and just stuff to hang out with and really enjoy. So if you are stuck in like a blizzard during your vacation in the snowman house, you have plenty of things to do. Of course, that also makes the snowman house a pretty cool place to have parties because you have your karaoke and you have like your foosball and stuff and plenty of places to sit down and chat. I'm sure that it wouldn't be too hard to add like a keg or the hookah thing. But the bubble blower, I'm sorry. Wouldn't be too hard to add either one of those in, so you can have kind of a party spot if you have a group of friends here instead of a family. But of course, since I did build this with a family in mind that had kids, okay, I lied. I used the rug one more time. Oh my gosh, I cannot get enough of that rug. I don't know what it is. And I usually don't like rugs like that in real life, so I don't know. I don't know what it is about that. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, I get sidetracked really easily. I did go ahead and add in the don't drop the llama table. Is that what it's called? The Jenga, basically. Am I allowed to say that? Is it like a copyright thing? I can't call it that. Anyway, so yeah, I did add that because there are kids that, when I had it in mind of who would be staying here, I had kind of a family with kids in mind. So I did go ahead and add that in so that there was something for kids to do in that room. I think they can play on the foosball table too, but you know, it's not really specifically kid related. So the Don't Drop the Llama is definitely a kid-related type game. And of course you can just change that out to a card table if you prefer. I think that the kitchen is definitely the room that gave me the most trouble when it came to putting things together with the shape of the house. It was really, really awkward trying to do cabinets with this shape, the walls shaped the way that they are, and I'm still not 100% happy with them. I think I might go back in and change them up a little bit before I upload it to the gallery, but yeah, I don't know. That's really the only thing you can do. I mean, you could add a couple more, but yeah, it works for now. It is a rental property, so it's not like it needs that intricate of a kitchen. Of course, with the counter space available, there wasn't too much room for clutter because I wanted them to, of course, be able to still cook meals in here. I did playtest all of this, so they should be able to find a countertop to cook on, but, you know, sometimes they can just be weird. So, that said, I definitely tried to leave at least 1 or 2 counters open for them to use for chopping up food for cooking. And I have to say, thank goodness for the sizing tool, because it seemed like every carpet that I wanted to use in this room was either way too big or way too small. So finally I found one that worked, and yeah. I really wanted to keep most of the things in the house more on the modern side, but also kind of a little bit quirky just because it is a snowman house and that in itself is a little bit quirky. So yeah. Oh yeah, and here is the final bathroom. I wanted to make it a little less, I guess, familiar, and my cats, I guess, like it. Thank you. Sorry. My kids, I don't think it's a full moon or anything tonight, but man, my cats are really just going bonkers. More so than usual. But yeah, I wanted to make this bathroom kind of like a, well, I guess more of just like a public bathroom, since it is right by the entryway and it kind of blocks off from the rest of the house with the sliding glass door, so I don't know, it made sense in my head. And that is pretty much it for the interior of the house. I think we have just a few more things to put up on the walls and just a couple of things to add in here and there before we head out to, oh yeah, and of course, since it is a rental property, I thought the exit sign and the fire sign and stuff would be cute to add in there, just because it is kind of like a business also. So yeah, we are on to the exterior of the house, and I really wanted to keep the landscaping minimal on this one. Ideally, I think that this definitely, of course, being a snowman, should be in a like a wintry type setting, but it is not winter currently in my game, so I'm gonna have to fix that in, yeah. But most of the things that I put in here, and of course I did put a lot of extra trees here, you can see those did not stay. I was just kind of trying to figure out what kind of trees I really wanted, and of course I did go with a lot of like pine tree type trees. Oh man, I just cannot talk right at all sometimes. But yeah, I wanted to go with more pine trees since those are a little bit more Christmassy and stuff, but I really wanted stuff that would look good underneath the snow and that really wouldn't take away from the snowman or really draw attention from him that much. I really wanted the snowman to be kind of the star of the show for this property. I actually may go back in and add a few more rocks and things to the property, but I really feel like any more flowers or any foliage or anything just wouldn't really be a good look for this one. I actually might take that pink tree out too. I can't decide if I like it or not. Like, one time I'll see it and yeah, it looks okay, and then maybe not. I'm so indecisive. And of course, I know that the exterior paneling that I use might not be everybody's cup of tea. It is a little bit kind of, I guess, grungier, but I really wanted to go with like a rustic Christmas type of look with this one. So yeah, that's why I went with, I think it's actually a Halloween. Because, of course, that's fitting for me, but I think it's actually like a Halloween decoration, part of the spooky stuff pack, but it really went well with the rustic Christmas look that I was going for. And also I did add in a few of the pillow seats next to the fireplace and the entryway, but I do recommend keeping an eye on those because sometimes those fireplaces can catch on fire. So I don't know if the furniture is actually flammable or not. I know it is, like, once the fire is going, but I don't know if the furniture actually starts the fire. Oh yeah, and there's my two little snowman buddies that I added in. I definitely think that those are a good holiday neutral type of thing to have, and of course the big snowman that is our house needs some little snowman buddies, so yeah. Maybe I should have given him a whole snowman army. Anyway, that's enough of me being weird. We are done with this build and we are going on to the screenshot, so I will see you soon. Bye!
The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas, when everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for us to fall in love in this winter wonderland. Chilling by the fire as I'm trying to get your attention, giving you a smile, I can't seem to look away.